Hi, this is Alicean with My LA Travels, and I'm here at the brand new Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres in Cancun, Mexico. We're here grand opening weekend to give you a first look at all that this resort has to offer, from the restaurants to the rooms, the spa, the pool, the ocean, and everything in between. Is this going to be the destination to come to here in Cancun? Is this the best Excellence resort now? Is it ready for you to visit now, or does it need a little bit more time? Follow along and let's find out. There's so much to cover, so let's jump right in. We started off our vacation with the included private transfer through Seasons, which made getting to the resort super easy and stress-free. If you want more information on how to ensure you get a free airport transfer, reach out to me. The drive takes you along Cancun's main highways, through local neighborhoods, and finally into this gated beachfront enclave. And as soon as we arrived, the Excellence experience started right away. Before we even stepped inside, the friendly bell staff was there to welcome us home with big smiles. They quickly handled our luggage and came with one of my favorite touches, a refreshing cold towel, perfect after the drive, and a chilled glass of champagne to start the experience off right. With that, we stepped into the grand entrance and headed inside to a private check-in at the Excellence Club. If you've stayed at an Excellence resort before, you probably know that the main lobby has a distinct, amazing scent. And a lot of people were asking me if Coral Playa Mujeres has it too. It does. But since this is a brand new resort, the scent isn't as strong yet, so just give it some time. With check-in complete, it was time to take in the resort. Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres is thoughtfully laid out, making it easy to get around while still offering tons of amenities and areas for relaxation. At the back of the property, you will find the non-Excellence Club rooms, offering a great experience at a lower price point. The main building sits at the center, home to most of the restaurant, bars, and entertainment. Closer to the ocean, the Excellence Club rooms give guests prime locations with upgraded amenities and service. And everything leads out to the centerpiece of the resort, the pools and the beach, which is where we're starting. So let's go check it out. Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres sits on a beautiful stretch of soft white sand with nice blue water. During our visit, there was very little seaweed and the water looked inviting. But since we were here in February, it was a little chilly. Refreshing, but definitely on the cooler side. The beach is divided into three main areas. Two are reserved for the Excellence Club guests, and one is open to everyone. In front of the Imperial suites, there's the larger Excellence Club beach section, with 42 palapas and 10 beach beds. In front of the Honeymoon suites, there's a smaller Excellence Club section with 26 palapas and 5 beach beds. And in the center, the main beach area, open to all guests, has 58 palapas. A common question we got was about the chairs, so here's the answer. None of the chairs under the palapas are padded, but the beach beds are. However, all of the beach beds are set at the back of the beach, meaning they're farthest from the water. So if you want to be right by the ocean, you'll need to go for a palapa. One thing we really liked about this beach was how they incorporated the natural vegetation into the layout. There are quite a few sections with greenery, and in some spots, it can partially obstruct the view from certain palapas, but personally, we thought it added to the atmosphere. The tropical greenery helps break up the beach visually, making it feel more natural and secluded instead of just like a wide open stretch of sand. It feels like the layout was designed around the vegetation rather than just clearing everything out, which gives it a more tropical, untouched feel. Now, if you're looking for beach activities, here's what you need to know. The resort plans to offer kayaking and paddleboarding and other things, but they weren't available yet during our visit. The same goes for beach volleyball. There's a planned court, but it wasn't set up yet. What was available? Bocce ball and horseshoes, and we saw a few guests enjoying those. But if you're someone who loves water sports, you may want to check ahead to see if those amenities are ready. One thing that was absolutely perfect, the beach service. The staff here was incredible, drink service was fast, with someone checking in on us every few minutes. And our beach concierge were amazing, always going out of their way to make our stay special. Even check out this awesome towel art message the concierge made for me. Another unique feature of this beach is the beachside massage area. If you're looking for a romantic experience, they offer couple massages right on the beach, so you can relax to the sound of the waves. One thing we also noted was the tight security on the beach. Unlike other resorts where guests can wander in from nearby properties, Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres keeps things strictly private. Even if you're staying at another Excellence resort nearby, you can't just walk up. You must be a guest here to access the beach and the resort amenities. And speaking of privacy, one thing that stood out was how peaceful the beach was. During our entire stay, we never saw a single beach vendor. No one was walking up, selling souvenirs, offering excursions, or trying to braid your hair. It was just a quiet, relaxing environment, which made the beach experience even better. So, who is this beach best for? If you're looking for a relaxing, well-maintained beach with excellent service, privacy, and a peaceful atmosphere, this is a fantastic spot. The sand is soft, the water is beautiful, and there's plenty of space to spread out. But if you're someone who loves lots of beach activities, just know that those amenities weren't fully set up yet during our stay. Now that we've explored the beach, let's move on to the pools, because Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres has plenty of them. There are 7 pools across the resort, each offering something a little different. There are 2 Excellence Club pools, one in front of the Beachfront Honeymoon suites and another in front of the Imperial suites. Then there's the massive main pool, an infinity pool overlooking the beach, 2 Excellent Club swim-up pools that are only accessible directly from these rooms, and finally a swim-up pool in the non-Excellence Club area, though that section was still under construction during our visit. All of the pools here are heated, and during our February stay, they felt nice and warm. We did even hear from some guests that thought the water was a little too warm, but that's something I'm sure they're adjusting as they fine-tune things after the grand opening. Personally, we thought they felt great. Let's start with the main pool, because this is huge. In fact, I'd guess it's the largest pool at any Excellence resort. There are 96 sets of loungers surrounding the outside of the pool and 16 sets of loungers on the inner pool deck. That intersection is definitely the prime spot. It's got easy access to the 18-seat swim-up bar, and it's also where the entertainment team sets up most of the music and activities throughout the day. One thing we really appreciated is that every single lounger has a large umbrella, so you can always find shade when you need it. There are also 40 in-pool loungers, so there's plenty of space to relax while staying cool. Drink service here was super fast. Someone was always nearby to take an order. You can also order food straight from your lounger, but at grand opening, the menu was pretty limited. The staff mentioned that they plan to expand the food options over time as the kitchen ramps up. Next, let's talk about the 2 Excellence Club pools. The first one is located in front of the Honeymoon suites. And at least during our stay, this pool was a lot more active. My guess is because Building 5 was fully open and most Excellence Club guests were staying near this side of the resort. Meanwhile, Building 1, which is closer to the other EC pool, wasn't finished yet, so that area was definitely quieter. We absolutely loved spending time at this pool. It's definitely a quieter, more relaxing vibe, and the waiters took amazing care of us. There are only 19 sets of loungers, so I wouldn't be surprised if this becomes a highly sought-after area when the resort is at full capacity. There are also 10 in-pool loungers if you want to relax in the water. A question we got asked a lot: are there padded loungers at this pool? At least at grand opening, the answer is no, just the standard loungers. But what this pool does have is a swim-up bar, so you can grab a top shelf drink without even leaving the water. The second Excellence Club pool is located in front of the Imperial Suites. It's identical in layout to the other pool, with one key difference. The ground floor Imperial Suites have their own private lounging area, complete with a table, chairs, and padded loungers. These are exclusive to the guests staying in those rooms. This pool has 14 loungers, so it's likely to be a little less crowded than the EC pool in front of the Honeymoon suites. And just like the other one, it has its own swim-up bar, making it an easy way to grab a drink while you relax. At both of these pools, you'll also have an Excellence Club concierge available to help with towels or anything else you need, adding to the VIP experience. Now, we have one of the most stunning areas in the entire resort, the X Lounge Infinity Pool. This area is simply gorgeous, offering a huge infinity edge pool, plenty of seating, and a fantastic bar. We absolutely loved spending time up here. Now, there is one thing to note. There aren't any loungers at this pool, so this isn't a place where you're likely to spend an entire day, but it's a perfect spot to spend for a few hours, grab a drink, and take in the incredible views. Several of us made this our afternoon spot before heading in to get ready for dinner. We were also told that they're planning to add a sushi bar here, but they were still waiting on a final equipment to install it, so we'll definitely be back to check that out once it's ready. The swim-up pools in Building 5 are visible from most of the resort, but there's no public access to them. They're only accessible directly from those rooms, and they're protected by vegetation and an infinity wall for privacy. During our stay, these pools were always quiet. I'll go into more detail about these rooms later in the video, but one thing I did want to mention is that there's been a lot of discussion about drink service to these pools. Initially, we were told that there would be drink service here, but at least for now, that doesn't seem to be happening. We'll have to see if they change their policy in the future. I know the lack of drink service here has definitely had my husband wanting to spend more time elsewhere at the resort. So it remains to be seen what kind of impact that will have on people utilizing these rooms. Now, let's talk about the non-Excellence Club swim-up pool located in the back of the resort. This pool is one giant U-shape, continuously connecting all of the rooms. It also has an entry point from the centrally located lounging area, so it looks like it'll be accessible to all guests staying in the non-EC section. This area was still under construction though during our stay, so we don't have all the details yet, but we'll share more in the future once it's fully open. One last note on the pools. There are 2 private pool cabanas located in the back of the resort. While they weren't finished yet during my visit, I did get some details. These will be available for an upcharge starting at around $800 or $900 for the day. Guests booking a cabana will have their own private waiter for the entire day, and there was even mention of a personal chef. So I'm excited to see actually how these play out once they're fully operational. This could be a great option for large groups looking for more private space to relax, swim, and enjoy some personalized service. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on this as more details are released. Next up, let's talk about the food because there is so much to cover here. Since this was the grand opening, I had the opportunity to meet and spend time with the Director of Food and Beverages for Excellence, who has been working on this resort and its food concepts for the past 18 months. I got a ton of great insight into what they're doing here. For those who have been to an Excellence resort before, you'll see a lot of familiar restaurants, but there are also some brand new concepts where they're really trying to level up the entire food experience. And let me tell you, we absolutely love the food here during our stay. There's so much to cover that I'll actually be posting another video dedicated just to the restaurants. So be sure to subscribe to my channel if you want a deeper dive into each menu, more food footage, and a full thought on every meal we had. There are 3 main areas where you'll find restaurants throughout the resort. Magna, the sports bar, Cava, and Chez Isabelle are all located in the main building, making them an easy access from the lobby. Zenith, Lobster House, and Oregano are positioned around the main pool, offering great views and a more casual, open-air dining experience, with Olas in front and Tipico just behind. The rest of the restaurants are in a centrally located restaurant atrium, which immediately reminded me of the dining setup feel at Excellence El Carmen. Here, you'll find the kitchen table, Kanpai, Agave, the grill, Raices, Spice, and Milo, all within a short walk of each other, making it a great spot to explore different dining options throughout your stay. Okay, on to the restaurants. First, let's start with one of the most exciting new additions, Raices. Raices is all about celebrating the flavors of Mexico, past and present. It's designed around a 9-course tasting menu with each dish curated by hand for both flavor and presentation. It's almost like a Mexican mini omakase experience, a carefully crafted journey through different flavors and textures. The best part? This tasting experience is included for all guests. No upcharge, no Excellent Club requirement. Each night, there are around 5 to 6 times where they will start a tasting, and you can find the available times in the Excellence app. Otherwise, you can show up and order off an a la carte menu. Now, if you're a pickier eater, you may want to come with an open mind because some of these dishes are bold and unique. But if you love trying new flavors and ingredients, this is an absolutely incredible dining experience. Here are just a few of the dishes we have, and excuse me if I totally butcher the names of these things. A black aguachile with acosiles, shrimp and king crab. A puff pastry with breaded octopus and chapulín. Yes, grasshoppers. My husband said they were crunchy. A zucchini blossom pouch with wild mushrooms and guajillo sauce. A braised lamb michiote with dried chilies and hoja santa. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit more on the picky side, but my husband's not, and he absolutely loved this experience. So if you're up for an adventure, high intake on Mexican cuisine, Raices is a must try. One thing to note about Raices is that they also offer a wine pairing experience to go along with the tasting menu for an additional charge. We had the chance to try it, and we thought the selections paired really well with each course. If you enjoy wine and want to elevate the experience even further, this could be a great option for you. Next up, let's talk about another brand new concept at Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres, Milo, which is actually the first Greek and Lebanese restaurant at any Excellence resort. First off, the decor in this restaurant is absolutely stunning. From the moment you walk in, the lighting, ceiling fixtures, and neutral color palette makes the space feel both modern and elegant, and I feel like I'm in Greece. Even if you don't end up dining here during your stay, I highly recommend stopping by just to see it. It's that visually striking. We stopped by Milo for a second dinner one night just to get a small taste of the menu. Every guest is served a mise platter, which includes a variety of small bites, all of which were delicious. We paired it with an upcharge wine tasting that was amazing. Think rosé and orange wines. And I also had the lemon chicken, which was fantastic. This restaurant is such a great addition to the Excellence lineup, and if you're a fan of Mediterranean flavors, this is definitely going to be a memorable dining experience. Next up, we have Kanpai, another brand new addition to Excellence. While other Excellence resorts offer teppanyaki shows at Spice, Kanpai takes things even further by offering multiple unique Asian-themed dining experiences in one restaurant. Now, we didn't get a chance to eat here during our stay. There are only so many nights, and not all of the experiences were fully open yet. But we did get a tour of the space, and just like some of the other new restaurants, it is visually stunning. Walking in, you're immediately surrounded by floating paper birds and a ceiling lined with striking red trees. It's an incredible atmosphere, and it really sets the stage for an immersive dining experience. This is one of the few restaurants where you need a reservation, and there are 4 different dining experiences to choose from, each with a set menu that offers choices within it. That means if you're planning a longer stay, you could come here multiple nights and have a totally different experience each time. And of course, it's another great reason to come back on your next visit. The final new dinner option is La Cava, a wine cellar and tasting experience unlike anything else at the resort. While it wasn't quite ready for grand opening and was still being built out, I was able to get a behind-the-scenes tour, and the design looks absolutely incredible. Now, this will be an additional cost dining experience. It's not included with your stay. Seating each night will also be very limited, so if this is something you're interested, I would definitely recommend making a reservation as soon as you arrive. One thing to know is that La Cava is a communal dining experience. You'll be seated at a large shared table with other guests who have reserved the same dinner. From what I've heard about the menu, it sounds amazing, and I can't wait to see what the full experience will be like once it opens. Besides dinner, there will also be a wine and spirits only tasting experience. So if you're a wine lover or spirits enthusiast, stay tuned, more details to come. If you get a chance to try it, let me know in the comments what you think. The new lunch spot at the resort is Tipico, located right behind the main pool. This is a street food style kiosk, serving up fresh, made-to-order Mexican favorites, and let me tell you, these were delicious. We talked to multiple guests throughout the grand opening weekend, and everyone was raving about how great these tacos were. My husband especially couldn't get enough of the octopus tacos. He kept going back for more and more. If you're looking for a quick bite during the day, Tipico is definitely worth checking out. At some Excellence resorts, Los Olas is a buffet-style lunch spot, but here at Coral Playa Mujeres, it's a sit-down, a la carte experience right on the beach. My husband had lunch here one day and absolutely loved it. He said the shrimp cocktail was one of the best dishes at the resort, and the tuna poke was also fantastic. I also heard from other guests that the fried burrito is a hidden gem, but unfortunately we didn't get to try it this time, so it's on the list for our next visit. The rest of the restaurants here can be found at other Excellence resorts, but each has its own unique menu at Coral Playa Mujeres. Let's start with the two Excellence Club restaurants, Magna and Zenith. Magna is located inside the Excellence Club in the main building and is only open for dinner. We had the chance to dine here on opening night and it was a fantastic experience. This is one of the few restaurants that requires long pants for men and a collared shirt. The atmosphere is definitely a more sophisticated and upscale vibe. The menu here has some incredible dishes. The tuna tartare was so good that my husband had to order a second round. The octopus carpaccio was amazing, and the king crab cannelloni was such a unique and flavorful dish. For entrees, I had the artichoke risotto, while my husband went for one of the true highlights of the menu, a massive tomahawk steak. It was huge, and the presentation was incredible. For dessert, we had a truffled chocolate creation that was only available that night, which was such a cool touch. Since we were there on opening night of Magna, the restaurant was definitely crowded and there was a line of guests waiting to be seated between 7:30 and 8. So if you're planning to eat there, I'd recommend either going earlier or dining later in the evening to avoid the wait. The other Excellence Club restaurant is Zenith, which is located above the main pool, offering stunning views of the resort. Unlike Magna, Zenith is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. However, like Magna, dinner does require the long pants for men. We weren't able to dine at Zenith for dinner, but I did get a chance to order the cowboy steak from Zenith while eating at Lobster House, and let me tell you, it was huge. Definitely way more than I can eat, but it was delicious. For breakfast at Zenith, we had some great dishes. I had the traditional French toast, while my husband went all in, ordering the caprese croissant, smoked salmon avocado toast, and steak and eggs. We also had lunch at Zenith on our first day, and it was the perfect way to start the trip. I had a Caesar salad, wontons, and fettuccine al pesto, which was amazing. My husband ordered the ceviche, and he was smiling immediately after his first bite. He also kicked off the vacation with a lunch T-bone steak. To finish it off, we had vanilla flan and a chocolate tart topped with popcorn, which was such a fun and unique dessert. Whether you're starting your morning with breakfast, grabbing a relaxed lunch, or enjoying a more elevated dinner, Zenith is a fantastic option for Excellence Club guests. Next up is Lobster House, the go-to seafood restaurant at all Excellence resorts. Located above the main pool, this restaurant is open for both lunch and dinner, offering some of the best seafood dishes on the property. For my husband, this was his favorite dinner of the entire week. He went all in again and ordered the tuna carpaccio, the tempura shell, which is 3 mini tacos filled with tuna tartare and fried tuna, the crab cake, charred grilled octopus, and of course, a huge boiled lobster. Every dish was fantastic, and if you love seafood, this is an absolute must visit during your stay. A quick note about lobster season in Mexico. The annual close season runs from March 1st through June 30th. So if you're visiting during that time, lobster dishes may not be available. If you're a seafood lover, it's something to keep in mind when planning your trip. Finally, on our last day, we stopped by Lobster House for lunch before heading home. And once again, my husband went big. He had the Peruvian ceviche, tuna tataki, octopus tostada, and a salmon burger. It was his first ever salmon burger, and he said he really enjoyed it. If you're a seafood fan, Lobster House is definitely one of the best options at the resort. The kitchen table is the main breakfast buffet option here at Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres. While I did get some details on some future breakfast options the resort is working on, at grand opening, this was the only breakfast spot available to non-Excellent Club guests, aside from room service. I do expect that to change in the future as the resort continues to ramp up. As far as the buffet itself, it's great. There are tons of fresh options with something for everyone. The omelet station is a standout, and I definitely recommend stopping by Juan Carlos's station for a freshly made omelet. One unique feature here is the Asian breakfast station, where they prepare an Asian-inspired dish each morning. My husband wasn't even sure what it was called, but he said it was surprisingly delicious. So if you're feeling adventurous, it's definitely worth trying. Beyond that, you'll find all the classic breakfast options you'd expect from a great buffet. Plenty of fresh fruit, pastries, hot dishes, and more to start your day off right. Now, Agave was incredible. The decor is stunning, so vibrant and colorful that it really immerses you in Mexican culture from the moment you walk in. One unique thing about Agave is that instead of a traditional a la carte menu here, they offer 4 different set menus, each featuring several dishes meant for sharing. We ordered the En La Pucata, which was beautifully presented on a mini Ferris wheel. It was such a cool touch. And beyond the presentation, the flavors were fantastic across the board. Another highlight there is a live mariachi band that plays a few nights a week. They perform for the whole restaurant, but they'll also come around and serenade you right at your table, making it such a fun and immersive experience. While we aren't big tequila drinkers, this is also the resort's dedicated tequileria. So if you love tequila and mezcal, this is definitely a spot worth checking out. We were able to squeeze in a quick second dinner at Spice, and once again, the design of this restaurant is stunning. The cherry blossom trees create such a beautiful atmosphere, and as soon as you walk in, it really sets the mood for a great dining experience. They also have a variety of seating options, including these cute 2-person tables that offer a bit more privacy, a nice touch for couples wanting a quieter meal. Here, my husband tried a few pieces of sushi and gave them a thumbs up. I went for the chicken teriyaki, which was served in small bite-sized portions, and it was fantastic. Not what I was expecting, but a wonderful surprise. If you love sushi and Asian cuisine, Spice is definitely a must visit during your stay. The other restaurant we were able to check out during our stay was the Sports Bar. This is the perfect spot to watch a major sporting event, play some classic arcade games, or even shoot some pool. My husband had a big game on during our trip, so we watched it here on the jumbo screen in the back, which was a great setup. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to try the food as the kitchen wasn't open that early in the afternoon, but that just means we'll have to come back and check it out next time. There were a few other restaurants we didn't have time to dine at during our 4-night stay, but we were able to tour them and get a feel for their experience. One of them was Chez Isabelle, the resort's classic French restaurant, which is only open for dinner and also requires long pants and a collared shirt for men. The atmosphere here felt sophisticated and quiet, making it a great spot for a romantic, upscale meal. The menu looked incredible, and we can't wait to come back and try it for ourselves. We also missed out on the Grill, the resort's signature steakhouse. The restaurant itself is beautiful, with awesome themed decor that really sets the mood for a great steakhouse experience. There were several dishes my husband was really excited to try, but we just ran out of time. So again, even more reason for me to convince him to come back for another visit. Lastly, we have Oregano, the resort's Italian restaurant located over the main pool and open for both lunch and dinner. We didn't get a chance to eat here, but you pass through Oregano on the way to the Lobster House, so we were able to check out the incredible decor. The space is warm and inviting, and the large tree inside makes for a perfect photo spot, especially when you're dressed up for dinner. The menu looks fantastic for anyone who loves Italian cuisine, and it's definitely on our list for our next visit. Beyond the restaurants, there are a few other food and bar options worth checking out, and one of the most unique one is Kakao, the resort's brand new chocolate boutique. You can stop by anytime for a quick tasting of all kinds of chocolates and sweet treats, and I absolutely loved making a stop here every day to try something new. If you find a chocolate you really love, you can also purchase some to take it home with you, $12 a bar. They also plan to offer chocolate tasting classes and other interactive experiences here as they continue to build out their activities schedule, so this is definitely a fun spot to check out during your stay. While it wasn't quite ready for the grand opening, Revive, the resort's smoothie and juice bar, is located at the back of the resort, and I expect it to be opening very soon. This will be a great spot to grab a fresh, healthy option throughout the day. If you get a chance to try it once it opens, be sure to leave a comment and let us know what you think. Aroma is the resort's coffee shop and a great place to grab your morning caffeine fix. They offer all kinds of coffee options, including lattes, espressos, cappuccinos, and frappuccinos. In addition to the coffee, they also have a selection of snacks and desserts available. They also serve ice cream, though it wasn't on display yet during our stay, since they were still waiting on some additional equipment. But if you ask, they do have it in the back. I was also told that they plan to introduce a cute little ice cream cart that can be moved around the resort, which sounds like a fun addition, so I can't wait to see that in action. Another staple at any Excellence resort is the Martini Bar, located right in the central lobby. And here at Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres, it serves as a beautiful centerpiece of the space. The Martini Bar is a perfect place to grab a drink before dinner or unwind in the evening while meeting with other guests. We always make it a point to hang out here at least one evening during our stay. There are plenty of seating options around the Martini Bar, making it a great spot to grab a well-crafted cocktail. If you're visiting with a larger group, the main lobby area near the bar has several seating areas where you can gather and relax before or after dinner. And with the bar being right off the theater, I'm sure this will be one of the most popular spots in the evening. The Excellence Club Bar is located right next to Magna on the second floor of the main building and is exclusive to Excellence Club guests. Since it's a little out of the way, this is definitely a spot you'll need to intentionally visit, but it is well worth it. It's a great place to grab a drink before or after dinner at Magna, offering a more intimate setting than the Martini Bar, with a focus on premium drink options. This is also where my husband goes to order his smoked old fashioned, his favorite drink. So if that's something you enjoy, definitely check it out. And lastly, the bar experience I'm most excited about, Whisper, the first speakeasy concept at any Excellence resort. While it wasn't quite ready for the grand opening, I was able to get some details on how this will work, and it sounds amazing. The speakeasy is tucked off the main lobby, hidden behind two different secret doors. This will be exclusive to Excellence Club guests and will require an invitation from your concierge to attend. Inside, there are just 12 seats. They'll be doing 3 to 4 seatings per night. So if this is something that you want to experience, I would definitely recommend letting your Excellence Club concierge know at check-in. Once you're invited, you'll receive a secret password, which is only valid for your assigned seating. When you arrive, you'll have to knock on the secret door and give the password before they let you in. Such a fun, immersive touch. Once inside, you'll take part in a 60-minute mixology experience while enjoying some fantastic cocktails. And the best part? There's no upcharge. This is a really cool bar concept. I was able to tour the space, but since it was still under construction, I wasn't allowed to take photos or videos. But I can say it is beautiful, and I think this is going to be a huge reason people consider upgrading to the Excellence Club. That wraps up all the bars and restaurants here at Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres, with so many amazing dining experiences, from the new concepts like Raices, Milo, and Whisper, to the classic favorites like Lobster House, Magna, and Agave. There's truly something for everyone. One thing that really stood out to me is how Excellence is clearly trying to elevate the overall dining experience at this resort. Instead of just focusing on great food, they've designed restaurants that are truly an experience. Whether it's the 9-course tasting menu at Raices, a hidden speakeasy at Whisper, or the interactive set menu concept at Agave, there's a level of thoughtfulness and creativity here that feels like a step up from the past Excellence properties, and I think they really nailed it. We absolutely love the food and drinks here, and I can't wait to come back and try some of the spots we missed this time around. I know some people have wondered if the food here might be too adventurous for their taste, but as a picky eater myself, I always found something I enjoyed. If there was a dish I wasn't sure about, I could make a simple request like ordering the pasta and asking for no seafood. So even if you're a bit selective, you're still gonna have plenty of great options to choose from. Now, I wanna hear from you. Which restaurant or bar are you most excited to try? Are you more of a seafood lover headed straight for the Lobster House? Or are you excited for a steak at the grill? Maybe you're already planning to track down that hidden entrance to Whisper. Let me know in the comments below. Next, let's talk about the rooms. But before we do, if you're finding this video helpful, please take a second to hit the like and subscribe button. You have no idea how much it really helps a small channel like mine, and I would really appreciate it. Go ahead, press it. I'll wait. Thanks. Okay, on to the rooms. If you saw my Coral Playa Mujeres room preview video, then you know there are a ton of room options at this resort. I was able to see several different room types during my stay, and I'm excited to show them to you here. For my stay, I booked the Excellence Club Junior Swim Up Suite with a private pool, which checks in at 950 square feet. I was really curious to see how this room would work, having both a private pool and swim up access. I stayed in room 5051, which is the last swim up room at the far end of Building 5, closest to Building 4. What makes this room really unique is the pool setup. Stepping outside, you have your own private pool, and then an entrance to a larger swim up pool shared with other swim up suites. The private pool has walk-in steps, which makes it super easy to get in and out. The water was heated, which felt great in February, and I'd estimate that the depth was about 3 to 3.5 feet deep. On the other side of the pool, I had 2 padded loungers and a small table, which was a great spot to relax. Now the swim-up pool is a little different. The only way to access it is via a ladder, so it's not as easy to step into as a private pool. One interesting thing I noticed was the temperature difference. The swim-up pool was actually cooler than my private pool. I'm assuming that it can be heated, but I actually liked having the contrast. If I was feeling warm from laying out, I could hop in the swim-up pool to cool off. But if I wanted something warmer, I could use my private pool. Lastly, as I mentioned earlier, currently the rooms are not getting drink service. And for now, it appears that that might be the near-term plan. Let me know in the comments if this would be a deal breaker for you. Now, let's head inside and take a look at the room itself. When you walk in, to the left is the bathroom, which features beautiful green tiling throughout. There's a double vanity sink with storage underneath, a toilet, a large walk-in shower with both a rain head and a handheld spray. If you've stayed at an Excellence resort before, you might know that the bathroom privacy is a common complaint at some properties. That's not an issue here. There is a door that you can actually close to the whole bathroom so you can get ready in peace. A couple of things I noticed. There's no bench or stool in the shower, which would have been nice for us girls for shaving. And also, while the lighting is fine overall, I found it wasn't the best for putting on makeup. The bathroom does come stocked with a hairdryer, a magnifying mirror, shampoo, conditioner, body wash, lotion, a toothbrush and toothpaste, and a vanity kit. And yes, there's a scale. But I mean, who really wants to see that on vacation? I don't. Moving out of the bathroom, to the right is the Xbox, where you can deliver food or you can place your dirty dishes when you're done. I actually enjoy having room service set up my food in the room, but if you prefer more privacy, this is a nice option. Next is the walk-in closet, which has space to hang clothes, a few shelves, and a small set of drawers. There isn't a ton of drawer space, but you do have plenty of storage options, and of course, a safe. The main bedroom area features a king-size bed with nightstands on both sides, with charging outlets and electronic light switches nearby. In front of the bed is a living area with a couch, coffee table, and a chair. And on the far wall is the entertainment center with a large TV with some smart TV apps, including casting. There are also a few shelves and cabinets here for extra storage, along with your bar setup, mini fridge, and a coffee and tea maker. Near the patio doors, you'll find a large jacuzzi tub with 2 sides of windows looking outside. As of opening weekend, there were no curtains, so privacy was definitely lacking. I assume they're waiting for the curtains to arrive, but something to keep in mind. One final note about this room. This shares the same layout as the regular Excellence Club Junior Suites, as well as the Excellence Club 2-story rooftop terrace suite with private pool, and the Excellence Club Junior Suite with private pool, with the exception that the rooftop rooms have slightly narrower living rooms to account for the outside stairs going up to the rooms. So if you book one of these categories, you'll have a very similar interior setup with different outdoor features. When comparing this swim-up suite to the Excellence Club Junior Suite with a private pool, which is a non-swim-up version located on the south side of Building 5, these rooms actually have a larger private pool than mine. They also get sun all day, and while my pool was mostly shaded during the day. That was also in February, so it could change depending on the time of year. But if sun exposure is important to you, it's something to consider. Also, just to set expectations, the website photo for the Excellence Club Junior Suite with a private pool shows lush green scenery, but in reality, that landscaping isn't fully grown in yet. Right now, the view from those rooms is mostly a fence. Of course, that will change over time as the vegetation matures, but if you're expecting that picture-perfect tropical greenery, just know that it's not quite there yet. One more thing about these ground floor suites, they don't have much privacy. You're pretty close to your neighbors, and there's nothing really blocking the view from the neighboring patios or the balconies above. If total privacy is a priority, neither of these room types will give you that. And while we're setting expectations, let's also talk about the Excellence Club 2-story rooftop terrace suites with a private pool. The rendering on the website makes it look like these rooms have fully tiled private pools, but in reality, the rooftop pools are more of a fiberglass plunge pool. However, they do seem to be, I would say, 2.5 to 3 feet deep, which does seem to be deeper than the traditional plunge pools on the 2-story rooftop rooms at other resorts. The only true tiled rooftop private pool are in the Imperial suites, which I'll show you later. Now, since my room was the last one in the building, I wanted to give you an idea of how far things are at the resort. So I timed how long it takes to walk from my room to the main building. Okay, that took just under 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It was 2 minutes and 27 seconds, pretty quick. Overall, I really loved the swim up and pool layout of this room. Having both a private pool and a swim up access gave me options throughout the day, and the space was comfortable and well designed. If you're someone who really enjoys spending time in the water, this could be a great choice for you. And I also think this would be a fabulous room choice if you're coming with a group of friends and you all want to get a swim up together and hang out during the day. There are only 17 of them, so they will probably book up. Booking earlier is key. Let me know if you would like help booking. I'd be happy to help you out. I was also able to tour some other rooms during my stay, including the Excellence Club Beachfront Honeymoon Suite with a private pool. This suite has the same general layout as the 2-story Beachfront Honeymoon Suite, with the only major difference being that the living room for the 2-story room is slightly narrower to accommodate the exterior stairs leading up to the rooftop. Inside, the bathroom actually feels a bit smaller than the one in my swim-up suite, as you can see here. That said, there's still plenty of space, and the overall design is in line with other Excellence Club rooms. Moving into the bedroom area, this suite includes a TV mounted on a floor stand, making it much easier to view from the bed compared to some of the other rooms. There's also a small makeup area with a mirror, which is a nice added touch. The living room is spacious, featuring premium liquors and snacks, a second TV, and an in-room jacuzzi tub. However, just like in the other rooms I toured, there is no curtains around the tub, so privacy is limited at the moment. But of course, the main attraction for this room type is the private pool. The suite features a personal pool with padded loungers, offering a great space to relax and enjoy the view. While this room is listed as beachfront, it is important to note that the Excellence Club sits between your suite and the beach. This means you won't have fully unobstructed ocean or beach views, but you will have easy access to the Excellence Club bar, and drink service is just steps away, and I think that would be a plus. But if you're looking for unobstructed views and more privacy, then the 2-story Beachfront Honeymoon Suite, which sits directly above this one, might be a better option for you. I also had the opportunity to tour the Imperial Suite 2-story rooftop terrace with a private pool, which is just massive, one of the 2 premier rooms at this resort. As with the other rooftop categories, the layout is the same as the suite directly beneath it. In this case, the Imperial Suite with a private pool, except that the living room is slightly narrower to accommodate the stairs leading to the rooftop terrace. Stepping into this suite, the living and dining areas flow together, creating a spacious but well-defined area. There's a ton of cabinet space with premium liquors displayed and plenty of snacks. In addition to the mini fridge, this suite also comes with a full wine fridge, which can be stocked with your favorites. It opens up to a beautiful balcony overlooking the Excellence Club pool, where you'll find a table with chairs and a day bed to relax. Moving into the bedroom, it is huge, easily the largest of any room at the resort. It features a king-size bed, a seating area, a a jacuzzi tub, and a vanity for getting ready. If you want space, this is the room to book. The bathroom is also incredibly spacious with double sinks, high-end finishes, and all the expected amenities. One standout feature here is the dual shower, which gives you plenty of room and adds to the luxurious feel of this suite. There's also a huge walk-in closet, so you'll have no problem storing everything you need for your stay. Now, let's head upstairs to the rooftop terrace, and honestly, it's huge. Up here, you'll have a full outdoor dining and lounging area, giving you plenty of room to enjoy the space however you want. There's also a private cabana bed, perfect for relaxing. The highlight, of course, is the private infinity pool, which is built in, unlike the fiberglass plunge pools found in some of the other rooftop suites. Right next to the pool, there's a built-in seating area that's tucked into the side. I'm not sure how comfortable it actually is though, but it definitely looks cool. I'm hoping they add some cushions to this area. There's also an outdoor shower, but as you can see here, it's not the most private setup, so just keep that in mind. But the views from up here are absolutely incredible, making this the premier rooftop experience at the resort. For those of you who prefer a first floor suite, the Imperial suites on the ground level come with their own large private pools. And they also have extended patio setups that are reserved exclusively for them, located right next to the Excellence Club pool. These suites also come with a long list of perks that are exclusive to this room category, but I'll cover those in another video. If you're looking for the ultimate luxury experience at Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres, these Imperial suites are the spot. Now, let's talk about Building 1, which was not quite ready for the grand opening. This building will offer the Terrace suites with plunge pools, which you can see here. These suites feature large patio areas with plunge pools, giving guests a nice outdoor space to relax. However, they don't offer much privacy from the rooms above, so that's something to keep in mind. I'm also assuming since they are called plunge pools, they won't be as deep as the other pools that are labeled as private pools. At other Excellence resorts, plunge pools are only about 2 feet deep. Let me know in the comments if you stay in one. I expect these rooms to have some great views, and I'm really looking forward to seeing them once they are officially open. One thing I did notice is there is some awkward space in front of these suites. Right now it looks like they may be blocked off by glass, but I'm curious to see if that area will be accessible or if it'll be closed off once the building is fully operational. Finally, I want to highlight some information about the non-Excellence Club rooms located at the back of the resort. None of these areas were open yet during my stay, so keep that in mind while looking at these shots. These spaces are still under construction. The swim-up suites in this section are all connected to the main pool and do not have private pools like the Excellence Club swim-up rooms. If you're booking a non-EC swim-up, just know that you'll be sharing the pool with other rooms rather than having a private water feature. Again, this could be a great spot for a group of friends. For the rooftop terrace suites in this section, it looks like their plunge pools are positioned at the rear of their rooftops, so they won't be at the front of the rooftops like the Excellence Club rooftop suites. And lastly, something to keep in mind, the renderings for these rooms on the website showcase lush tropical landscaping, but at least for now, that vegetation again hasn't fully grown in yet. It will take some time for the resort's landscaping to match the promotional images, so just set your expectations accordingly if you're booking one of these rooms in the near future. Before I get to the final part of my video, if you're interested in booking a vacation to Coral Playa Mujeres or any other destination, reach out and let me know. It's completely free to you, and I book you directly with the Excellence Resorts, including all the fully refundable rates. Plus, I make sure you get your free airport transportation to and from the resort. I also have tons of insider tips and connections to help make your trip as smooth and stress-free as possible. You can reach me at Alicean@myalleytravels.com or visit my website at myalleytravels.com. Okay, let's talk about the nightlife at Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres. During grand opening, the theater wasn't fully finished, so the resort set up evening entertainment on the plaza, which actually worked out great with the cool night breeze. We saw live bands, a circus show, a silent disco, and the entertainment team kept the energy up every night. Once the theater is ready, I'd expect this schedule to follow other Excellence resorts with a mix of live shows, live music, and themed events. I'd expect as occupancy grows, the resort will be more livelier for nighttime entertainment, as well as around the main pool area during the day. Beyond the entertainment, the resort's lighting is stunning. The main pool glows with LEDs built into the bottom, and the central pond features illuminated water displays that look incredible at night. Whether you're grabbing a drink at the Martini Bar, enjoying live music, or just taking a peaceful nighttime stroll, the atmosphere here is elegant, lively, and absolutely beautiful after dark. Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres offers several on-site activities, including pickleball courts, tennis courts, air rifle, and archery ranges. However, during grand opening, these areas were not quite ready. If you stay and these activities are still unavailable, the resort will happily provide you a short golf cart ride to Excellence Playa Mujeres, so you can use their facilities instead. That said, it shouldn't be long before everything is fully open at Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres. There's also an excursions desk in the lobby, which I assume will eventually be used for booking off-property adventures. But again, it wasn't fully open yet. I spoke with a couple who were driven over to Excellence Playa Mujeres to book their excursion, and they were still picked up directly from Coral. So if the excursions desk isn't up and running yet when you visit, know that you do still have options. If you're thinking about having a wedding at Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres, there are some beautiful venue options to choose from. The resort features a stunning, centrally located gazebo perched over the main pond, offering a picturesque and elegant setting for your ceremony. If you're dreaming of a beachfront wedding, there's also a designated beach area where you can exchange vows with the ocean as your backdrop. One of my favorite places at any Excellence resort is the Miile Spa, and it's no different here at Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres. I'm a huge fan of hydrotherapy, or what may now be called aqua wellness, a circuit of hot, cold, and water-based experiences that's so much fun to do with your partner. The circuit includes a steam room, sauna, ice room, a main pool area with multiple water massage features, a variety of showers, and a hot and cold plunge pool. It does look like Excellence has made some changes to the experience though. In the past, your hydrotherapy session included all the activities, but now it seems like the complimentary circuit when you book an Excellence Club room is shortened to 30 minutes, where you can choose only a few options. But if you do want to experience the full circuit, you can pay a small charge for a 60-minute session. When you're finished, there's a relaxation area where you can unwind with a scalp massage, which is always a great way to end the experience. We weren't able to see the full spa as some areas are still under construction, but we did get a peek at the bridal suite and salon area, and they both looked beautiful. The gym is also located next to the spa and is stocked with brand new, high quality equipment. There's a full selection of free weights, strength machines, treadmills, bikes, and stair machines, plus a separate room for fitness classes. It's well equipped and has everything you need for a solid workout. Whether you're looking to get in a quick session or stay on track with your fitness routine, this gym should have you covered. So, should you upgrade to Excellence Club? My answer is yes. If it fits into your budget, I think it is totally worth it. With Excellence Club, you get access to exclusive areas like the Excellence Club Beach section, the Excellence Club pools, and the Excellence Club Lounge and Bar, all of which offer a more private, elevated experience. The room options are also some of the best at the resort, including rooftop terraces, private pools, and prime beachfront locations. Another big perk? Upgraded dining options. Excellence Club guests get exclusive access to Magna for dinner and Zenith for all meals, plus access to top shelf liquors at the Excellence Club bars. And of course, there's the concierge service, which adds an extra level of convenience and personalized attention throughout your stay. And one of my favorite perks of the Excellence Club is the complimentary aqua wellness session at the Miile Spa. That said, if you don't choose to upgrade, you're still gonna have an amazing trip. The main pool and beach are beautiful. The dining options are incredible across the board, and the service at Excellence Resorts is always top-notch. So while I highly recommend Excellence Club for the extra perks and exclusivity, you're going to have a fantastic experience no matter what. If you're still on the fence or want to talk through the options, feel free to reach out to me directly. I'd be happy to help you decide what's best for your trip. Now that I've covered everything from the rooms and dining to the beach and pool and activities, let's talk about the big question. Should you visit now or should you wait? Overall, I had an amazing experience at Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres. The service was fantastic, food was incredible, and the resort itself has a lot of potential. It is just beautiful. The service was fantastic, the food was incredible, and the resort itself has a lot of potential. But since it was grand opening weekend, there were still quite a few things that weren't fully ready yet. Some of the areas of the resort, like Building 1 and the non-Excellence Club section, the theater, some of the activities like pickleball and archery were still under construction or not yet open. The Whisper Speakeasy, Revive, the Smoothie Bar, and parts of the spa were also still in progress. And while the resort is beautiful, the landscaping still needs a lot of time to grow. The lush tropical feel shown in renderings on the website just isn't there yet. So if you're expecting a fully matured resort setting, you might want to give it some time. If you love being one of the first to experience a brand new resort, you're still going to have a great time here. The service was excellent, the pools and beaches were stunning, and the food was truly next level. But if you want the resort to feel completely finished, waiting a few months to a year might be a better choice. At the end of the day, it's all about expectations. If you expect a seamless, well-oiled machine, you might be better off heading to Excellence Playa Mujeres or Excellence Riviera Cancun, which, by the way, you can check out my video on. But if you're with a go-with-the-flow traveler and a few hiccups don't bother you, then let's get your trip booked because you are gonna love this resort. That said, over time, I anticipate that Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres will become the premier Excellence resort to visit. The combination of stunning design, upgraded dining experiences, and thoughtful resort layout make it clear that Excellence is raising the bar with this property. I can't wait to come back and see it once it's fully up and running. Now, I want to hear from you. Would you visit now or would you wait? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more resort reviews and travel tips.